The hell was that?
Jay!
What was that?
Jay, you good?
In the 18 and 1900s, almost every county in America had a poorhouse or infirmary, places meant for the mentally ill, the sick, and the poor. These institutions were overcrowded, underfunded, and often became a final stop for those society forgot. The Randolph County Asylum in Winchester, Indiana, is one of the last of its kind. Built in 1899, this massive structure saw over a century of hardship and death. Just recently, ground-penetrating radar confirmed what many suspected. Dozens of unmarked graves scattered across the property. From the moment we stepped inside, the energy was heavy, dark, intense, and active. We experienced unexplained voices, shadow figures, and chilling interactions throughout the nights. I'm Jason Hawes. Along with my team, J.V. Johnson and John Pasqua, we're investigating one of the most unsettling places we've ever encountered. This is Randolph County Asylum, Winchester, Indiana.
Yeah, that is a cool horizon.
It's really cool. All right.
All right. So, John, tell me where we are.
We are
Don't, John, don't look at the sign. God damn it. And something just bit me on my neck.
Already?
I might have
That was
caught-
huge.
Yeah, I know.
This
Oh, it's on me. Look.
There's some pretty big beetles out here.
Damn it. The hell?
Where the hell did it go?
I don't know, but I don't have any
here it
insulation
is.
on my head.
Here it is.
What, the one that bit me?
I don't know if it's the one that bit you, but it's right there.
Frickin'
I don't think it bit you.
tell us
Jay.
family.
I don't think it bit you. I think it just
It
ran into you.
bit me on my neck.
Oh, my
I
God.
don't have anything to protect my...
Did you see that? I don't have anything on my neck.
I know what I bit. Jesus. Ah, wait, what the I'm screw this. This is where we are, people. Check it out. I'm going to investigate. Bye. The freaking things are taking me out. Shut up, Jim. I'm going to shove my flashlight so far up your rectum.
Ow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Up next, Jason inserts his flashlight into JV's rectum.
Of all things that you want to do, shove your flashlight up my rectum.
Jim, it's the only thing in my hand beside my camera. And the camera is expensive, and I'm planning to leave the flashlight there. So,
Oh, it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
yeah.
There were some big beetles flying.
Yeah,
around.
I know, man. Literally, one bit me. Look, they're still flying in.
They
Yeah,
look like
They're
small birds.
everywhere.
They're huge. A couple of those could haul you away.
Frig.
We gotta get
I don't
big
care as long as they
beetles
don't
in
bite
Randolph
my neck
County.
Uh,
like that.
All right.
Here.
The infamous biting beetles of Indiana.
Jesus, man. All right. Where are we, Jim?
Okay, so we're
Because I can't
Randolph,
ask John because he has to read the sign.
Randolph County Asylum. This is very similar to Rolling Hills, which we've been to. It was a poor farm. It was a county indigent home. People who couldn't care for themselves, whether they were poor or they were disabled in some way, would come here or be sent here or be dropped off on the doorstep to live. And many of them lived their whole lives here.
I don't think I've ever been here, though. I think it's my first time ever being here.
It's pretty cool. It's big.
It is huge. Yeah, that's real big.
All right, and this area here was the living quarters for pretty much the people who ran it.
Do I have one of those beetles crawling on my back?
Oh, let me see.
I don't trust you.
No, Jim, that's it. Nope.
Oh,
No,
yep,
yeah,
you do.
I did, right?
Yeah.
Coming on my phone. Look at this. All right, dude.
It's coming after your light.
Yeah, I know he is. Turn off the green.
Don't turn the light off. We can't see where it is.
It's over
Oh,
there.
it was on me. I got
There
him.
he
He's
is.
right there.
Oh my God, they're everywhere, man. Those things bite. They're mean. God,
Wow.
yeah.
Forget the ghosts.
Here.
We need a can of
yeah,
Raid.
I think one's in my freaking shirt. Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah. What the hell? I'm
Is there
home.
seriously one in your
I
shirt?
think there just was. Yeah, something walking on me.
Do we need to like check each other over?
I'm not taking my clothes off again, Jim. Stop it. That one time.
There wasn't one time.
One time that I was sober.
So this side of the building was the women's dorm.
This was the women's area?
Yeah, this side. So I don't know what we're facing, north, south, east, west, but this whole side for 3 floors is all the women's side.
Gotcha. Listen.
Voice?
No, it's like you'll hear walking. Watch. Like down the hallway. That sounds like it's upstairs.
Yeah. Or coming down the stairs.
Heard that.
Listen.
Voice?
No, it's like you'll hear walking. Watch. Like down the hallway. That sounds like it's upstairs.
Yeah. Or coming down the stairs.
Heard that.
Like down the hallway. That sounds like it's upstairs.
Yeah. Or coming down the stairs.
Heard that.
Now you've been here, Jim.
Yeah.
So what did you experience when you were here?
A lot of the walking. We heard a lot of that.
You
we
son of a
didn't we didn't experience the bugs. Is there another one on you?
Yes. He just came out of my shirt.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have a problem.
All right,
Peter.
dude, I'll take bats.
What the hell are these
Give me
things?
bats, because these things are biting.
June bugs.
Are they?
Yeah. A little early, aren't they?
They're
It's not
very
June.
early, and they're kind of small, right? Because they get a lot bigger,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yep.
Man, they were tenacious.
Yes. They started like yesterday.
Wow. Wow.
So if turn the light off and they won't bug you. They're
Well,
flying
I think they were
to the light.
attracted even to the IR.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about
We
that.
were out there with IR cameras. You know, we're doing our intro coming in, and they were coming at us like crazy. And we're like, how do we? And we came in, and they were on our clothes, and we're like, holy.
What
cow.
bugs you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. All right, body check. Now I'm worried they're on me. Just turn around. Turn around.
Jim, this is again.
I'm not going to touch.
Again?
I'm not going to touch. All right, you're clean from what I can see. John,
Why are you going slow over John?
you look good to me. Here. What do I-
Oh, God. Yeah, you're safe.
Okay. Let's hope that was the end of them.
Doubt it.
A lot of footsteps, a lot of voices. We did see some shadow play, and we heard a lot of knocking, like
Oh, really?
like
knock responses?
yes, intentional knocking. And I do remember there was a point where I think it was in the basement at the other end of the building. I went around a corner, and I swear I saw a shadow figure standing there, and it kind of startled me. And if you saw the live thing we did, I kind of backed out of there in a hurry because it was startling. That was downstairs.
All right, so we've already had what sounded like somebody try to open a door. and footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did
this
you hear that voice? It's like,
yeah.
hello?
So this is pretty much the size of the room they'd be given, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of those weird pictures that changes as you move.
Oh, figures.
Oh, there's just a voice again. Did you hear that, John?
I did. Oh, nice.
This building is shaped like a cross. If you're looking at it from the sky, that far end from where we are now would be like the top of the cross, and this would be the foot at this end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was intentionally shaped like that?
Intentionally shaped like that.
You do get the feeling as you're walking, like at any point, something might be sitting in one of these rooms.
I know. Oh, this is, all right, this is Noah's room.
Oh, yes, that's right. The story here is these, something interacts with these toys. There was a little boy that was here for a long time, and I guess he's attracted to bright and shiny objects, things that make noise and flash. And they've talked about sometimes these toys will flash and move, and there's a carousel here. I think you can activate it somehow.
Probably wind-ups. Yeah. Yeah, why is it? Anytime you're in a... Okay, it's playing around too. Anytime you're in a place, like music boxes can be cute and interesting. And the minute you get in a place like this, they're not cute and interesting anymore.
They're very menacing.
It has a whole creep factor.
There's a... Hello? Definitely walking down there.
So I just shut the IR light off so you guys can see what we see in here. It's pretty dark.
Hello?
Oh, is this thing gonna stop?
Jesus, John.
I only
how long did you wind
wound it just a tiny bit. Can you move the carousel?
No,
I heard
I
it.
heard
it's
that.
down there.
Yep.
Can you move the carousel?
No,
I heard
I
it.
heard
it's
that.
down there.
Yep.
No,
I heard
I
it.
heard
it's
that.
down there.
Yep.
Noah, are you here? Can you play with these toys and let us know you're here?
All right, they went to get batteries and blow noses, and I'm here. Alone? I think I'm alone. Hello?
Like we're gonna come in here and Jim's gonna be dead.
Jimmy? Okay, check this footage because there was a weird IR anomaly.
What just happened?
So as I'm just holding the shears over here. Okay. I was holding the cameras like this, opposite each other, one looking to my left, one looking to my right down the hallway. And I was looking in the viewfinder of the one on my right, and a shadow, something blocked out the IR light that was kind of spilling from your camera down here, and I could see it, the shadow on this screen here. So I've got to check that footage because that looked a little weird. And then immediately opened the door. So.
Oh, jeez. All right, I ruined it.
No, you didn't ruin it.
Well, a little bit. Like we're gonna come in here and Jim's gonna be dead.
What was his name? Noah.
Noah.
Noah, can you make the carousel make music for us? Make that make some music for us. We love the sound of it. Keep hearing something down here. We'll walk away, but maybe if you make that make noise, we should be able to hear it down the hallway.
If we hear that thing, I'm telling you right now.
I know. That'd be
What?
creepy.
If we hear that thing, that'll be some creepy stuff.
Is that here? Yeah.
Oh, what, man?
What the heck?
What? Sit on this, Jim.
You want me to sit on it?
Yeah, sit. I mean,
Is it clean?
yeah, it's clean.
They're clean enough.
Wouldn't let you sit in something dirty. Go ahead. I got you. Here, take this.
Okay.
All right. Your feet up. All right, go. And this is the way it's going to be within a year or so.
Oh, my
anyways, so
God.
I might as well start now.
My God.
Holy Jesus Christ! What? I didn't know friggin'. Jesus, don't move.
That's perfect. I got it.
Nice.
Oh my God! You knew? Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, I do.
The Mandy Cam was just a joke. A guy that was going to spend Thanksgiving all by himself. His family's out west, and he's going to spend it all by himself. So I put a letter on there, Happy Thanksgiving, to him, and I forgot about it. I was gone and when we look back, all the people got scared. So that's how that came about. We just didn't do it to scare people. It was just for fun, and so it was just the reactions were priceless. So we had to keep it.
It's friggin' dollar. But in all honesty, I mean, this would be
No, it's not all honesty. There's nothing honest about this.
this would be a common thing that other patients would see.
Yes, that's true.
They would see like somebody who was unstable in a chair like this.
Such a dick. You gonna just leave me here in the day room?
In the what?
The day room?
Oh, I didn't know you said day.
You say,
I was really confused. All right. Bring a patient back to their room. On the female side. This is the female side, right?
it is the female side.
So this room is what would divide the male and female?
Yes.
section? Tell you, I'll punch a hole right through that door. I knew all women were on the other side.
You know, this is wrong,
No, you know what's wrong, Jim?
but don't do that. That is
Keep
absolutely.
on talking. Almost made sure you weren't collecting Social Security anymore.
I have to tell. Oh,
Jesus.
oh my God! See that?
These statues around here.
So I have to say that while I don't like the age reference, you pushing me around like this, I could get used to.
You're going to have to. You're not far from it.
Oh my God.
But, you know, we're good friends, so I would do this for you.
Would you? Can you see us at the? You coming up to
I'm
visit the
testing the
home?
waters right now. for
You
myself.
coming up to visit the home and push me around? I can't help but laugh at it because it is funny.
Yep. Friggin' hilarious, Jim.
Well,
Oh, what was that?
I heard that.
what was that?
Sound like a groan?
Yeah, that was like a voice.
Remember, there's a camera behind you.
Yeah, I just don't know if that was like that because I'm pushing you in the chair or what.
Yeah, I thought I heard a groan when he came around that corner. Is there anybody here?
Friggin' hilarious, Jim.
Well,
Oh, what was that?
I heard that.
what was that?
Sound like a groan?
Yeah, that was like a voice. Friggin' hilarious, Jim.
Well,
Oh, what was that?
Do you need us to help push you around in a wheelchair?
Gotta be small to get your feet on that thing.
I know, it was tough. Try it.
I don't think I can. My feet are way too wide.
You're on.
I'm gonna lose my balance. I saw a person standing there. This was the women's chapel.
Every so often, there sounds like there's like a female,
Voice.
like up there.
Yeah. Let's go up. Let's stay on the female side. Let's just go up. What?
Listen, every so often you hear,
It's like this female murmuring, like female.
oh, they're talking.
Yeah, but it's like murmuring in the background, kind of. Can't make the words out. So just again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you trying to talk to us? Make some noise for us.
A lot of times that female voice we're hearing seems like it's under our voices as we're talking.
Right. Yes, exactly.
There it is again. Just happened again. Literally just happened again. It's like,
Yeah. Does it help you communicate with us while we're talking?
So did they inform you of any flying creatures in here?
They said they haven't had any in here. What is that? It's not a bat.
No. Oh.
Is there anybody here with us?
What was that?
I heard a growl.
What the hell was that?
Loud growl down.
Loud growl.
A
I
growl?
heard that. Yep. Is there anybody here with us?
What was that?
I heard a growl.
What the hell was that?
Loud growl down.
Loud growl.
A
I
growl?
heard that. Yep. Is there anybody here with us?
What was that?
I heard a growl.
What the hell was that? Like really loud growl.
All right, but like an animal growl? Like,
I don't know.
because remember, when you guys were on the tour, I heard that dog growl. That's why, that's why I was.
Oh, you know what that sounded like it could have been?
What?
Is this where the jail was?
Yes. It's over here
If
somewhere.
you move that cage, it would probably sound like that.
Does it sit right here? Did we pass it? I think we passed it, John.
Did we?
I think it's back here. Like, is this one? Why are these doors closed? They
Hey,
weren't-
that wasn't closed.
This was not closed before. There's the jail.
Was it?
Actually, let's move that door for a second. I want to hear it. See if
This door?
No, this
Or
one.
that- All right, go ahead. I don't think that was it.
No.
It was more distinct than that.
No, wasn't this.
Maybe do it with the store closed. I'm not saying yes, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying yes, but we'll have to compare it. We'll have to listen to it in the recording. But that was definitely some kind of growl.
And I think that's what they said. It had growls up here, didn't they?
Yeah.
This reminds me of my teenage days.
Feel at home in here, do you?
Not at home. It definitely brings back some memories. No, it definitely brings back some memories. Yep.
Two guys, one cell, one bed.
Oh, this guy. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Oh, you're gonna see some more soon. We're locked in together.
We have two inmates in here.
Well, and also, I mean, it's set up high like that.
What do you do with your feet?
We have two people that broke some rules in here. Is the judge here?
This is like a repeat of my life.
Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? In prison, though, you're supposed to sit down when you pee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of awkward because
Because of the splash effect. So.
all I know is that this is awkward because your feet don't touch the ground.
Well, I mean, if you're a normal height, maybe. Did you look at that thing before you sat?
I did. There's just nothing really in there. I don't know.
You know, and it always made me question too, because when it comes down to things like porcelain, you want to talk about one of the most dangerous weapons somebody could get their hands on.
If you break
You
the porcelain,
crack porcelain, it's like a razor blade.
yeah.
Oh God, yeah, porcelain. I've
Yeah.
cut myself horribly.
That's why they usually use stainless steel, don't they?
That's why they use metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't break it. But I mean, because that becomes a weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, everything, when you're in prison, everything is a weapon.
Right.
So.
So anyway, let's just be serious for a second. This door was not closed
No, it's not.
unless someone came through later and closed it.
But nobody else came through. Everybody
Well,
left.
that's the thing. There shouldn't have been anybody else coming through. So I don't know why this door was closed. Let's just note that we're opening it now. It's open, and we'll see.
And that's one of the claims that they were talking about. Doors closing.
Yeah.
They said that.
I mean, it doesn't swing by itself. There's no windows open, no air movement. So we'll see. Can you close the door for us?
Let's try the vehicle.
That's a vehicle. Can you close the door? Close any door.
What was the? Oh, this was the. So this room. This is the room where somebody fell out the window. Yeah.
Fell out the window.
So there was an employee here, or an inmate, I guess actually.
He was a resident.
And his job was he always cleaned these windows. So the story is he opened this window to clean it, and instead of putting a ladder up outside to clean it, he would sit on a windowsill and reach behind it. And two people came in this room, and as he was cleaning that window, and grabbed his legs and tossed him out, killed him. And they never had an investigation on it, but there was they kept diaries, and there was a groundskeeper that wrote in his diary that after he had fallen, he saw two people walk away and come back in and leave him alone. So that's so very well could have been a murder right here in his room.
It's crazy. Destination Fear kids are here. That's like their little thing. They always do a ducky.
Look at this.
What the hell?
It just descended from the ceiling.
What?
I just followed it all the way down. I thought it was an orb.
Spider?
Yeah.
Big ass one. Where is it exactly?
I lost it now.
Oh God, run.
This is cool up here.
There's a couple of trip hazards up here on the floor. Pay attention to the floor as you walk.
Can you hear what you're saying?
When you get near these poles, there's trip hazards. There's
Oh.
lumber that's on the floor that comes out laterally on the bottom of the pole. So just be careful.
All right, pricks, what's going on here?
Judge, you up here? This man needs to be tried. Oh,
I heard that.
I thought I saw somebody walk. Could have been because there's a camera up there. Could have been just a flare.
I am innocent.
That's what he claims, Judge.
What does that sound, though? Squeaking sound. That.
I don't know. So at that end, to the left, they set up a mock courtroom.
Oh, really?
And there was a judge, former judge, that was a resident here. And that judge would hold, if somebody committed a crime on property, they'd hold a little trial here. That judge would rule. They'd sometimes even have a jury. And they would mete out their own justice here. Judge, are you here? Such a massive attic.
It's
It
huge.
is huge.
Judge, can you talk to us? Did you hear that?
I just heard a voice.
Yeah.
Heard a voice, but I keep on hearing like this, like the high-pitched whistle.
Judge, can you knock on something? Or maybe it's not the judge. Can you knock?
Is there anybody up here waiting trial? We can bust you out of here. You just got to tell us that you are here.
Can you stomp your foot?
What was that? Did you hear that? Big bang?
Hey, why does this look like a demon head? Not that I'm saying anything's demonic. You see that?
Yeah, I definitely see the outline of it.
A little weird. Came a long way to say hello to you. Can you say hi?
It's quiet up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is getting late. We can set up cameras, stationary cameras, let them record while we're not here, so we get the place with no human contamination, and then get back here early.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Sounds like a good plan to me.
All right, we'll head back down. All right, yeah, let's rig some stationary cams and we can head out for the night.
Okay, this is men's dormitory, first floor, night one, static cam. This is actually at the head of the cross, the top. basement. This is night one. Basement, static cam. Looking down the hallway under the men's dorm area.
Hey, JV. Come here. I'm in the headquarters. So, hey, I got the camera set up. I was having it record me a while. I was listening to the static footage just in case it found anything, so I can bring it over. And I caught something.
Is this the one from last night?
This is the Minolta downstairs where it was looking down the hallway.
Okay.
And this has got to be like 4 o'clock in the morning because the sun's starting to come up. You have to hear this. So you can hear every.
What
now
am I
and then-
listening for?
you can't miss it.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can't miss it.
All right.
Wait. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So
Wait, this is 4 in the morning?
So this is
Can you play it again?
Yep.
You got to hear this. Hang on.
It gets better. Hold on. There's one more. Listen to this. This all happened like.
And nobody was here.
No, this is
You
like
gotta
4
listen to
o'clock in the
this.
morning. The
You
sun's
gotta-
coming up.
No, just listen.
Where was this?
So this was in the hallway downstairs in the basement.
Yep.
It's near the room where they talk about that inmate used to hammer at the wood.
Oh, and screwing
he-
stuff in.
He was like the handyman,
Yes.
but when he wasn't working on something, he would just like pound stuff into the bench and screw stuff into the bench.
Exactly.
We were just talking about him on the tour that we
Yeah.
just did.
Well, this is like 2 rooms down in the hallway. And to me, it sounds like if you were banging the wood with something. I mean,
But there's even more than that. I don't know if you and we're gonna have to really analyze this, but in addition to the banging, it almost sounds like there's some footsteps,
I agree.
and it sounds like someone tinkering with like something.
What time was this?
This is probably like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 4. So we were long gone. We were gone like
Yeah.
3 hours. Right?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
also look at, I caught a shadow too. There's a shadow on the wall.
Does that correspond with the noise?
Yeah, it does. All right.
Wow.
Do you know right where this camera is?
Absolutely. I said it there last night. Yeah.
Well, if you want, grab a stationary. We'll go down. We'll take a look because I want to see where that light's coming from.
Okay.
Is it casting from a window? Because if it's casting from a window, is it something outside the window? What window? At least we know.
Yeah.
what we're
Okay.
dealing against.
Yeah. Let's do
I'll
that.
grab my camera too.
All right.
Let's go check it out here. I'm gonna give those back to you.
All right, both recording. You know where the
Yep.
camera was, so
Yep.
let's go let's try to figure out where that light source is coming from.
So the camera would have been sitting right here,
Right at this doorway.
shooting down this hallway.
Okay, so then, you know,
So the shadows that we were seeing, were they on that door?
No.
They were there?
They were here. Right now.
so near the front, so it would have been coming from the basement door. Yeah, I mean,
Nothing that would really make a shadow like that. I mean, is there a light out
there's,
I just heard a voice.
here? I thought I heard a
Did you hear
voice
a
too.
voice?
A female voice.
It's like, yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I heard.
all right, so if I go outside,
Hold on, before you analyze this, let me ask this question. It was shadowing the IR.
It was.
It was not
I
shadowing.
heard that again.
I just did
It
too.
was not shadowing regular light because there was no regular light at 4 a.m.
Well, I don't know if there's an outside light source
Oh, I see what you're saying.
that's coming in. But where's that voice coming? I mean,
Well, that's the other
I've heard that voice twice. And it sounds female.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
it
again.
just happened again. It's the third time. Oh,
It's a, I
Think
heard that again.
I think it's a bird.
That
Sounds
sounds like
like
morning
a bird.
dove.
Might
It's a
be a
morning
bird,
dove.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good catch.
All right.
Good
All right,
catch.
so then let's do this. I'm going to,
Let me take the camera.
yeah, John, if you want to stand where the camera was,
Yep.
and I'm going to knock on that from the outside. See if,
To see if that was a noise?
yeah, see if at least we can compare it.
Okay.
Crazy for sure.
I mean, those knocks, they're random.
They were,
They're,
but they were organized, like bang, bang.
they seem deliberate,
Exactly.
but they were random. There was no pattern to them. It's not like it was a vent opening and closing in a pattern. Okay, Jay's here. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And it was always one or two.
Right. I'm gonna go down to where the workbench is,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bang on it.
Yeah, you get like a piece of metal or wood if you can. And
I'll see what I can find here.
All right, I can tell you that I don't think it was a person just because, or an animal, because walking over there, all these old spider webs I had to walk through and I'm like covered in, and they're old ones. So for anything like getting up near that door,
That says a lot.
yeah, that's actually a good.
I'm gonna bang on this
analysis,
workbench down here.
all right, do it up.
It's actually down farther than I thought.
Yeah, there's all old spider webs over there. So
Yeah, those would have been broken down. Oh man, that's unbelievable.
Does it sound like it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
that sounds like what he played.
Yeah, those would have been broken down. Oh man, that's unbelievable. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It sounds like what he played.
So the first few I did with just my hand, and the last couple I just did, there was a little metal bar there.
Yeah, the metal bar I think sounded too tingy.
Yeah, the first whatever you did in the beginning, it sounded just like it.
I just slapped my hand on it.
Wow,
Boom, boom, boom.
that gave me goosebumps.
Really?
Yeah, I have goosebumps because that's what it sounded like on camera
Really?
on those headphones.
It was that close?
Yes, I literally have goosebumps when I heard it.
I mean, I can tell you I had to walk through tons of old cobwebs here on the outside.
Plus the shadow that I saw in that video that we all saw just doesn't match up with and like him walking around over there, whatever.
Here's my only thought on it. Is it possible, because there's a road out there, that it was somehow a relic from car lights, headlights? I don't think so, because we would have seen it constantly.
I mean, tonight when it's dark during the investigation, we can get out and I can drive up and down the road. I can actually pull into the driveway, see if it reflects off something.
And I also think that the shadow was an IR shadow. I think the shadow was between the camera and this wall, so it would have been over here. Whatever was creating the shadow was here.
So what did it come? I mean, the thing is, the door up there is on the other side. It's very little light comes through right now. At night,
they have the spotlight that's out there. I don't think.
I think what we should do is, when it's dark, do a few experiments at that point.
We also have to remember too that the shadow corresponded with the banging
Yeah.
at one point. So like if it's a car, you're immediately taking that out of the equation because it lined up with noise that were heard at that moment here at that time.
Yeah.
So the banging that you had in that room, it sounds so close. It's unbelievable.
From where I went, the workbench room.
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, I think what we need to do is wait for it to get dark, see about how this light's casting in, see about how the light, if there's light outside casting in, see if we can do it that way, recreate it. I don't know what created the banging sound. They might have nothing to do with one another. It might just be
Coincidence.
yeah.
Yeah.
No other time on that video did you see anything, any
No shadows. I had banging a couple of times. Once I found it, when we started digging through the footage, I found a little bit more.
But that was the only time you saw a shadow block out light.
That's the time. Yep. So far, there's a lot of footage, but so far.
All right. Well, I mean, that's what we got to wait for it to get dark. Let the same setup happen with the lights coming on. We try to recreate it, and then also, bang on the door, do something. But they might have nothing to do with one another. What are you doing, Jim?
All right. So, in the review of one of the static cams from last night, overnight, we heard some strange noises, sounded like pounding, almost sounded like a fist banging on something. We spent a good deal of time trying to recreate the sound, trying to figure out what the source may have been if it wasn't something paranormal. The only thing we could come up with that seemed to match was there's a workbench in the basement down the hall a ways from where the camera was. And that workbench was the home or the working space of one of the residents here who was, they say he would have been defined today as being on the spectrum. And when he wasn't working on something specific, he would spend time putting nails and screws into the workbench by the hundreds. And when we tried to recreate the noise, we were banging on that workbench, and that was as close as we could get. So we're going to take one of these static cameras, and we're going to point it at the workbench near where we think the source of that sound was, and see if we can catch anything that might corroborate what we caught last night. All right, let's do it. So this is where the camera was overnight, where we captured the noise. The workbench is down the hall a little ways. Okay, so this is the workbench, and you can see all the screws and the nails that were driven into this bench. You know what I didn't remember though when we were talking about this earlier? Ida's room is right over here too.
Yep.
And she hung herself in that room.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know if that creates a sound like that.
When you did that
Kicking your
earlier,
feet.
What's that?
And people who hang themselves tend to start thrashing
Yeah.
their feet back and forth.
Right. So that's an interesting idea too.
it is. It's a good idea. Yeah.
By using the AC power, we don't have to worry about a battery draining. There we go. Oop. This cord is a little challenged.
I'll just keep that cap is on.
Yeah, I can't even get the power. There we go. What do you think of that shot? Like right there?
That's a good shot. It should work on the bench.
All right, so yeah. Yeah, so we'll just let that run, and while we investigate, and we'll check it later before we head out of here.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. It might be.
This is what happens, kids, when you don't go to school.
This part of the building was the caretaker or the manager or superintendent. They had a lot of different names for them as the place grew, as their personal apartment. And in many cases, the whole family that lived in this part of the building were actually worked on the property and helped manage this facility as it existed.
But now this part of the property would have been isolated from
From the patient
yeah, from
population?
the patient,
Yeah. There's a clear line, where you can shut all doors and segregate it from the rest of the building. But it isn't too far. It's just a door away, and you've got the halls, long corridors with all those patient rooms.
They used to have wardens and their families staying at prisons, houses built onto the side of them.
Yeah.
You think about it, you're like, wow.
But people who have investigated here have gotten some interesting EVPs in this area. So I thought it'd be, we'll throw a recorder down, we'll ask some questions. And I also have a thermal camera running. So I don't know if that'll pick up anything, but we'll give it a shot.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, this is Randolph County Asylum, EVP session in the superintendent's quarters in the living room. This out of the way.
My name's Jason. This is my friends JV and John. And we'd really like to talk to anybody who might be here with us.
If you want to talk to us, all you have to do is come up to this table and speak into this contraption right here. This won't hurt you. It allows us to hear you. You can get as close as you want to it and speak into it.
Running this facility was a great responsibility. You had a lot of people who couldn't care for themselves. Their lives were literally in your hands. Are you proud of the work you did here?
Can you tell us your name?
Because of the nature of what you did here and the nature of the people who lived here, there were a lot of deaths and a lot of tragedy here. That must have been a very difficult part of the job.
If you're able to see us and you're trying to talk, can you do something else to let us know you're here? Maybe knock?
Do you mind if we are here as guests? We don't want to intrude.
I mean, you can hear what sound. I mean, just the sound of what sounds like footsteps back and forth.
I was going to mention that, and I thought maybe I was just hearing things, because we do have a little traffic noise we're dealing with.
And some rain, but I mean, it's not raining right now. Definitely doesn't sound like water dripping.
Mm-mm.
If you look on camera, I was looking towards you, except I was thinking I was hearing
Yeah.
the same thing. It got my attention a couple of times.
Can you speak to us?
Heard that. Yeah.
Hear that?
Was that you trying to tell us you're here? Did you make that sound? Can you do it again?
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It sounds
Like a,
like a voice.
yeah,
Like
like a.
almost a wail.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could be a siren in the distance because there's some bad weather around here. That might be like a storm siren.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there's tornado watches I think going on
Yeah,
today. So.
yeah. So I mean, it could be that. I don't know.
Look at that, it's moving. Look at that.
Is that the clock?
That's moving.
That noise sounded like the door handle jingling.
But why is that moving?
You see him moving, Jay?
That might be moving due to vibration.
I don't think so.
No, it's definitely moving back and forth, but I think we need to. I'll sit still, and then we'll walk. I mean,
It's really moving.
it is.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
really moving. It's moving in a weird pattern.
Right.
It's like it's
the opposite of
yes,
each other.
yeah. It's not, yeah. If that was vibration of some kind, they'd be moving in concert.
Well, I would have expected it to slow down by now, and it hasn't.
That isn't rigged up, is it?
I don't think so.
I mean, that's really
That's extreme.
yeah.
No, I mean it's. I mean, and I literally got to give
Look,
it.
just look in the glass. Look up toward the top. There's not a device moving those up there. Can you see anything?
No, I don't.
That's odd. That wasn't.
I
We got to
just-
check the cameras and see if that was.
We have
moving
to
before.
watch. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't vibrate more as.
I mean, now they're really moving because you were trying to open that door. But is the clock accurate? Is it the right time? No.
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 So the clock's not working.
That's really, really weird.
But that noise was like
It's like a door handle.
It's like a door handle, like the initial turn.
Are you trying to make your presence known?
I mean, now those things are swaying in and out like this.
It's
back
more
and
than it
forth.
was before.
Where it was going left and right. Now it's going front and back. But it's just, I mean,
Yeah, but you weren't.
I know.
You
but
you
it's-
were not doing that.
I know, but you also can just take into consideration. I mean, if it's a possibility. If that was you who made the door sound, can you do it again for us?
Were you an inmate here?
Are you moving the pendulums in the clock? Because they're still moving like crazy.
They are.
I mean, you're not moving around, Jay. That's not you.
No, I'm-
They would have stopped by now, or at least slowed down. I mean, it's not us. We haven't moved at all.
Those aren't light either.
No.
They're weights.
Right. That's why. Now, my only suspicion is that there's something mechanical up top making them do that. We'll have to check it later and see if they're still after we leave the room. We're going to leave this room, but if you can speak into this device right here with the red light, it won't hurt you. There's nothing about it that'll hurt you. But if you speak loudly and clearly and close to it, we won't be able to hear you now, but later when we listen back to that device, we might be able to hear what you have to say. We'd love to hear your name or anything else you want to tell us. Well, thank you for being here with us, and thank you for interacting. And we'll be around here for a while, so if you have anything else that you can say or do to let us know you're here, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. Are you moving the pendulums in the clock? Because they're still moving like crazy. They are. Are you moving the pendulums in the clock? Because they're still moving like crazy. They are.
All right, so I've come up with this idea. I've written down my name, JV's name, and John's name. And I've written down 4 locations. And what I'm gonna do is have each one of us pick a name out of it and pick a name, and then I'll put the locations in the bag, and each person can pick a location. And then it'll decide who's going where. So we'll see if they're up for it.
What I really like about cheddar is that it's got this kind of nice little tang to it, but it's not too exotic.
No,
I mean,
it's
I don't know
not.
what your favorite cheese is.
I'm a big fan of feta.
Really?
Total different genre. It's you crumble, you put on salads.
Yeah, but you can't make a sandwich out of it, can you?
You could strategically place the crumbles
Okay.
in certain areas. When you compress the bread,
Yeah.
you can.
So it kind of smushes it into place?
Yeah.
I tell you what I can't stand is blue cheese. Isn't it like got mold in it and stuff?
It's rotten cheese. It's rotten cheese.
rotten cheese.
Why would you eat that?
I know, it makes no sense.
No, makes no sense.
But I don't know. I mean, but I have to admit that when I make a grilled cheese sandwich, plain old American cheese is the best cheese.
You guys talk about cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What kind of cheese do you like?
All cheese?
You like all cheese?
All cheese. If it's cheese, except for gore or whatever the hell it is.
Gouda?
Gouda.
Yeah, Gouda. Not a
Gouda's
good.
not bad.
Yeah,
Smoked
I
Gouda?
don't care. Oh, smoked Gouda? No, it's even worse.
Really?
It's just, I can't stand like.
He likes olives though, so.
Oh, I freaking love olives.
Oh, no
I know
way.
you do.
You know what I also love? Coming up with good ideas. So,
Oh,
yeah, I got a bag here.
okay.
We're going to place this over your head and see how long you can last.
Oh, that's
no,
fine.
No. All right. I wrote all 3 of our names on a
Okay.
piece of paper.
Okay.
And what I figure, I'll put all 3 of our names in there. Each one of us can pick a name, see
Okay.
what you get.
Okay.
And then I've got locations on other pieces of paper. I'll put that in so we can decide who's going where.
All right.
And
Solo?
do it solo.
It's like a little lottery.
Solo.
Solo, 100%.
Okay. All right. That works for me.
Yeah, and each one's going to give us kind of like a floor buffer between the others, so we don't
Okay.
have to worry about contaminating each other as long as we keep our voices somewhat down.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
I'm excited.
So look, all right, I am going to, all 3 of our names are in there.
Okay.
I will let Jimmy, you can pick a name first.
Just pick one piece of paper.
Go ahead, pick a name first.
It could be a name or a location.
I'll use
No,
my.
this will be your name.
I'm using my gimpy hand.
Gimpy hand. All right, well, that's both of you.
How much do I have to open this up for to be able to read it?
Just like one turn.
I can't see a name on here.
Oh, God, Jim.
Do I have to open the sticky part?
No, I'll have to open this together.
Oh, okay. All right. I got John.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got John's name here.
got
Hold on. Let me turn the IR so people can see it. Hold on. Shine your light on it. That's too much light. It's overpowering. There it is. John.
All right, John.
Okay. I got John.
Of course, my name was picked first. This is rigged. I just want you to know this is rigged.
Well, I mean, the odds were in his favor. All three of them say John. Just kidding. All right, John, take a piece of paper.
All right. Okay. Turn the IR off. There you go. Somebody want to hold my phone so we can. Oh, it's JV.
All right. Well,
Payback.
that's
What are the
convenient.
odds? Maybe my name's not even in there.
Yeah, you
Wait,
probably didn't
I'm
put your name
picking
in
my
there.
own location? Hang on. Let's see. This is mine. I got it. And it says Jay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Wow,
Love that. All right.
surprise.
So now I've got the locations in my back pocket.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Yeah. All right. So.
All right. So what I pick is going to be where John goes.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
You pick John's name, so go ahead.
This is rigged.
What does it say?
Toilet.
Toilet? Is it upside down? Loitet?
No, it says asylum, but aren't we in the asylum?
Well, then you get the male and the female side.
Oh,
It'll make sense.
this
to you
is
in a
John. This is John.
John. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to
The asylum.
the asylum. Okay. Got it.
You go ahead, John. You pick.
This is for where I go.
All right.
All right. Need a light on again?
Yeah, it's in my pocket. I'll give it to you.
We should have planned this better with flashlights.
Well, I just randomly came in
I
here.
know.
Attic.
Attic.
I'm going to the attic.
Going to the attic.
All right.
You go in the attic.
All right. So what's that leave for you?
Well, I don't know. It leaves this one.
Well, you know it's there, right?
Basement. But
Okay.
yeah, there's one other piece of paper in there, though. Grab it.
One more in here.
Yeah, one more in there. So let's see what it says.
I'm afraid to look. You secretly love Jason.
What are the odds?
Oh my God.
I felt like I saw that one coming.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
I didn't think it was a secret.
I can't even read it when it's on that.
They put them together in the same room
Right. Yeah.
because they were short on room. They figured, well, they're related. They won't be a problem. And
She was 14.
she was 14, and the stepfather impregnated her.
And it just looked like a shadow walked by the end of that hallway.
Really?
Yeah, it really did. Like something walked from left to right. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. Turn my IR on even more. I don't know. I mean, it is that twilight time right now, so
Yeah.
your eyes.
Well, but still, a shadow's a shadow.
Yeah, and that's a lot of claims. All right. Well, I say let's get our flashlights and get investigating.
Let's get some walkies too, so
Oh, yeah.
if we have an issue, we can communicate.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good idea.
All right.